In April 2019, I received a package from my dad. In it was a note that read, "I wrote this story in 3 days, nearly 30 years ago, over a Christmas holiday when I had nothing to do and no place to go, all off the top of my head. I just sat at the typewriter and pounded it out. My one and only effort at writing." Enclosed in this package is the original with errors and typos just as they were, there being no draft or do-over. In the envelope was a typed "Yes" on a typewriter, a document 19 pages long. It had a title, The Adventures of Starlight I. With the help of ChatGPT, I turned this 19 pages into an animatic as a labor of love. My first ever attempt at creating something in this style. I hope you enjoy it. Before the drift. Before the silence. There was Sedalia, an empire of logic and cruelty, spreading through the outer colonies like frost across glass. They didn't conquer with war, they erased with precision. Language, memory, culture. 1,000 worlds silenced. Jason Riker was once part of the resistance. A scout, a saboteur. He was good, fast, disposable. Until he met Caroline. She taught him to see beyond revenge. She taught him to remember. Their love was just beginning to blossom. Then her next research assignment came. Rumors abounded about a Sedalian library, an ancient construct holding all of the history of Sedalia. She would not elaborate on the details of the mission, only that she had to go and any information obtained could save the system from the Sedalian onslaught. That was 18 months ago. In that time, nothing but silence. The Sedalians march on, wiping out star system after star system. Then, like out of nowhere, High Command reached out to Jason that her research ship, or what was left of it, had been found, in orbit over Antares. It was clear that whatever she found was important enough to die for, and when Sedalia came for her, she didn't beg. She recorded everything she knew, and left it buried in the library. It was also important enough for High Command to drag him back into service to find out what it was. Now, Jason flies alone, hollowed by grief, driven by ghosts, with only one directive.
Find the library, expose what they erased, and burn it down if I have to.
In the deep black beyond Antares, an ancient freighter drifts, charred, hollow, forgotten. The stars shimmer faintly in a sky absent of warmth. Starlight I decloaks. Sleek, angular, silent. It hovers in orbit above the wreck. Inside, Jason stirs in cryostasis. Steam hisses. His eyes flick open. Nearby, a flickering console replays a corrupted voice log, Caroline's voice. Soft, broken.
Drifting between signals again. That makes 4 days.
Proximity alert. Debris incoming.
Hold course. Let it slide past. It's not the silence that gets you. It's the weight of it.
We've reached Caroline's research vessel. I'm sorry to report there are no life signs, but her communications array is intact, and I should be able to make a connection and download her databanks.
Proceed, Susie. We have a job to do.
As Data pours into his comm panel, he watches the symbol glowing in the air, the Sedalian library. The mission is real. Starlight I's bridge is cold, lit only by the glow of a holographic map. Jason leans over the console. His face is still lined with sleep. Susie's orb hovers beside him, feeding tactical data into the air.
Jason, we have one shot at this. No retrieval. No reinforcements.
Sedalia's heart. The library. That's where the truth died.
Target acquired. Clouds churn below as Jason's ship cuts silently through the atmosphere. The hull shimmers, cloaked. Beneath, the canopy of Elandra's alien forest stretches endlessly. Jason drops in low. His breathing sharpens. Trees the size of towers rise to meet him. He lands. Invisible. Silent. And the jungle waits.
I've trained for this. 6 times through the sim. Still feels like suicide.
The undergrowth brushes past Jason's legs as he moves between roots taller than he is. Creatures chirp in strange intervals. The foliage glows faintly in the dark. A drone passes overhead, silent, scanning. Jason freezes. Seconds pass, then minutes. When he moves again, it's slower, lower, focused. Up ahead, beyond the tangled brush, the trees begin to thin, and something ancient glows through the mist.
Structures dormant. Minimal heat sigs.
Library defenses are partially organic. Movement may trigger neural response.
Great. It's alive.
The Sedelian Library stands like a cathedral carved into black crystal. Its towers hum with energy, old, patient, watchful. Jason crouches in shadow, watching patrols arc across the perimeter. When the patrols cycle, he makes his move, one breath, one dash, into the library. Inside, it is not a building. It is alive. Rows of data columns stretch to the ceiling. The walls pulse with memory.
This place is breathing.
Data nodes aligned. Begin scan.
They cataloged entire civilizations and buried them.
Light pours through the columns as the link activates. Images, logs, memories, centuries of stolen truths flood into Susie's core. Jason grips the console. His hands shake. The air vibrates. Susie's voice begins to layer, splitting into multiple threads. Jason hears things, sees things.
Link is in position. Beginning uplink now.
Connection stabilized. Receiving data. Fragment by fragment.
Thousands of years of everything. Culture, war, fear.
Proximity breach. Internal drone redirect, Sector 3.
We finished the job. I'll hold position.
Red light floods the archive chamber. Sirens scream in a frequency designed to unsettle. Jason moves fast now, cloak faltering with every step. Plasma rounds tear through the library walls behind him. A drone clips his shoulder guard, sparks fly. He rolls beneath a collapsing bulkhead.
Alert. Energy spike from uplink. They've detected the intrusion.
Cloak's degrading. I'm compromised. Moving now. So much for subtle.
The forest is darker now. Jason crashes through branches, vaults a route, hits the slope hard. The timer ticks down on his HUD. 18. 17. He claws upward. Scrapes, slips, rises. The library glows red behind him. He hits the ridge, just as the world turns white.
Link overload sequence confirmed. 70 seconds to detonation.
Starlight I hovers above the smoke, waiting. Jason stumbles aboard. He says nothing. The cockpit lights adjust as Susie runs diagnostics. Then the data begins to unfold, not just logs, evidence.
Extraction successful. Radiation within safe parameters. You're clear.
Let's hope there's something in there worth dying for. They're not gods. They bleed.
Somewhere deep in orbit, a command center watches the decrypted stream. Officers lean in as schematics pour across holographic walls.
If you're hearing this, then I made it out.
In the silence that follows, a single truth remains. They are not gods. Not anymore. Tune in next time for more adventures of Starlight I.